Alright, what's up everyone? I'm here to bring you a very important update on Polkadot. I see something very interesting forming here. So in this video, I want to talk about what I see happening both short-term and long-term. And if you like the sound of that, I'd like to ask you to please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified on new uploads. We'll be talking about your favorite cryptocurrencies all throughout this bull run, breaking them down, analyzing them. So let's delve into this, guys. The market is in such a precarious state right now. Bitcoin, Ethereum, can't decide whether they want to be bullish or bearish. So we will run through what that means for Polkadot and the market as a whole, and let's delve into this. Guys, something right off the bat I've noticed. I think Polkadot is forming a descending triangle. And whenever we see that, that means we're nearing an apex, which means we're nearing a breakout. And whatever way we break out of this thing, we're likely to trend in that direction for quite some time. So in my opinion, I think we're likely to have a breakout within the next 2 days here. Likelier with closer to a day, to be honest. If we break out bullishly, I think this pitchfork will either act as support or resistance. If we break out over here, let's say we break out here, I think we're likely to go up and find resistance perhaps here, and again right up against all-time highs. $15 can act as resistance for Polkadot. If we break down, I think 1150 to 1110 will act as support. 1050 to 10 will act as support. $9.50 to $8.80 will act as support. This is for a few reasons. EMAs around these regions right here. Volume really coalescing right here at the $9 kind of like 50 to $8.80 range. A lot of sideways price action. 100 EMA on the 6 hour. Something very critical to know about this resistance. I think this is kind of like worst case scenario. This is the most critical resistance that we need to hold in order to remain bullish, because last time we corrected, we found support at the 100 EMA on the 6 hour. So if indeed we break down, I think we're likely to at the very least test the $10, perhaps the 950. So if we break down here, take the height of this triangle, assume this is the breakout point. Yeah, look at that. We could very well fall back down to like $9, folks. That's definitely very possible. A lot of support here, a lot of volume at these levels. So there's definitely support below us. Now, also, I speak about these support levels because looking at our technicals here, it really seems like we're going to have more of a leg down here. The question is to what extent we'll have a leg down. Look at the 6 hour momentum wave, bearish crossover, stochastic bearish crossover, MACD ticking down, RSI going down. So this is telling me we're very likely to continue to see correcting here in the near future. Although on the hourly on the shorter time frames, we are looking more bullish, which makes sense. Look at this long wick to the downside. That's bullish in my opinion. Guys, the kind of way I like to think about wicks, and the kind of way I think it's helpful to there we go. The kind of way that I think it's helpful to describe wicks is the longer the wick, the more price doesn't want to go that way. If you see here how we had this run up here, consolidation, we try to break down long wick to the downside, and then we shot up. See, and then over here, we were trying to break up further, but then we were having long wicks to the upside, right up against psychological resistance at $15. Wicks are very, very, very telling, guys. The longer the wick, the more price doesn't want to go in that direction. So another thing as well, we can note with this pitchfork, it's very helpful in my opinion, because you can see here and here how the wicks are reacting to the extremities of this pitchfork. So if we break below this green line, I think we're likely to fall back down and retest this blue line here around the 1250. And if we break below that, I think we're testing kind of like 1180, perhaps $12, kind of being the base of our triangle here. Now, if we break out bullishly, this could be a bull flag. If we break out bullishly, let's assume that's kind of the breakout point there. We could go up to $20 potentially. Now, guys, that is not a guarantee. A lot can go wrong in between us reaching $20. Something else we need to consider is the macro market, guys. Polkadot does not exist in a vacuum. It's affected by what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin leads the market, Ethereum leads the altcoins. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, I'm anticipating a wedge kind of being formed here. Last time we crashed, we found support on the 100 EMA on the 6 hour. So I anticipate if we continue to crash, which at this point I think is likely, or perhaps correct, I think is a better way of putting it. We're likely to find support at the 6 hour 100 EMA, which would be around 34,000, maybe 33,500, around that area. I expect us to find support if we continue to consolidate. I think we're kind of forming an ascending triangle right here, possibly bear flag, or we kind of mess around in here, then break down, that kind of thing. I don't think it would look like that, but you get my point. And again, it's important to understand and anticipate Bitcoin's movements, because Bitcoin will lead the market. Bitcoin affects Ethereum. Ethereum affects the altcoins. Something very interesting to know about Ethereum is that it's in this kind of like very macro ascending triangle here. It tried to break down, and again, remember what I said about wicks. The longer the wick, the more price doesn't want to go that way. But we're in a very precarious state, and we're going to have a breakout soon here. So we could still break down here for sure. We really need to see what way we close, either above or below this green line. Whatever way we do, I think is likely to affect the alts, such as Polkadot. The Ethereum Bitcoin pair, again, very interesting to know, because whenever the state of this chart will have an effect on the actual price of Ethereum. I'm not going to delve into this too much here. Just be aware that this is a factor worth considering. I don't want to confuse you guys. This can be a little confusing. We have a lot of noobs following the channel. So, guys, another thing as well, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance being the total value of Bitcoin in comparison to the total value of all cryptocurrency. It's really funny. I don't see a whole lot of other channels really talking about this much. And it's very important to note, because whenever Bitcoin dominance dumps, the altcoins typically benefit. Whenever Bitcoin dominance rises, the altcoins typically suffer. The dollar index as well, very important to look at. Whenever the dollar pumps, other currencies suffer, including crypto, and whenever it falls, other currencies benefit, including crypto. I think at the very least, it's a factor that we need to consider. We seem to have consolidated and found support at the 20 EMA on the daily. So I think we're gonna go up here and retest the 90-91 region, and we may be forming something like this with the DXY, something like that, maybe, right? We don't know for sure. But if the dollar continues to pump, that will definitely be a factor that affects cryptocurrency. So these are some of the things we need to keep an eye out for. Again, excuse me, I think Polkadot is within this descending triangle. We're likely to have a breakout within the next 2 days. Whatever way we break out, we're likely to trend in that direction. I think this pitchfork will be relevant. If we break out bullishly, we're likely to react to the lines within it, and if we break down bearishly, I think these are kind of the important support levels that we need to keep an eye out for. Now, guys, if anything interesting happens with Polkadot, we'll definitely be talking about it in our Discord group. Don't forget to check that out. Link down in the description below. Now, before I wrap up, please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. Now, talking about my long-term kind of price predictions, I think the market as a whole has about a 20x still like within it, conservatively speaking, in my opinion. So if the whole market does a 20x, at the peak of this bull run, roughly 10ish months from now, around the end of 2021, because that's when I do believe the peak of this bull run will be around then. I wouldn't be surprised if Polkadot reached the hundreds of dollars, potentially $100 to $200. That's not financial advice. I could be wrong. There's nothing scientific to back that up, but I do think the whole market could do roughly 20x, which would land Polkadot in the hundreds of dollars. So, guys, I'll wrap it up there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the bell icon to be notified of no uploads. That's it for now. Take care.